Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. I'll admit I'm having a little bit of a bad hair day, so this is what we got right now. But it's okay. I am Sammy. I do Christian book content here on this channel. Thank you to everyone who voted on the poll. I had different video ideas for this year and I am hoping to do all of them, but we'll see what happens. But I thought I'd make a priority to whichever one you guys vote for. And so that was the Meet the Booktuber thing, which makes sense because I haven't really introduced myself. So I am a full-time college student. I also have a part-time job. So I live a very busy, also chaotic life. Uh, I want to talk a little bit about what I read. So I read mainly Christian fiction because it's just the genre that I'm learning to love. And it's honestly my favorite genre. I mean, I guess it's very broad, but they're my favorite kind of books. I also read clean fiction and I'll read some popular fiction as well. Basically, as long as it's supposedly clean and it sounds good, I'll read it. As far as specific genres, I'll read pretty much anything. I was actually thinking recently, like, I don't know what my favorite genre is because I just read everything. And, well, not horror. I am also not too much of a romance reader, but I am going to try some contemporary romance. So, I've read books with romance in it. I've read historical romances, but I am planning a video surrounding me trying contemporary romance for the first time. So, stay tuned for that. So, a little bit about my reading journey. So, I've always been a reader. I've always enjoyed reading, but it wasn't until recently that I really discovered a passion for reading. When I was in high school, I really enjoyed reading, but I ended up DNFing books more than I wanted to because I either would find content in a book that I was uncomfortable with, or just find that the book wasn't good. And so I was really struggling to find my kind of book. I did end up reading a lot of World War II fiction. So, to this day I'm burnt out and I can't do it anymore because I read so much of it before. But I was a huge rereader, huge. Once I found a book that was clean and good, I would reread it over and over and over again, which is not a bad thing. But yeah, and I I like to read, but I got hesitant to read because I was like, what's the point in starting this book if there's a big possibility I'm going to DNF it anyway? So I got a little bit discouraged, but I still did read. It was like, I want to say end of 2024 when I had this burning desire to really read and to take it more seriously. I used to look on Google for clean book recommendations. I don't recommend that because we all have our different boundaries for what is clean and what is not, and I would read some of the books on like those websites and just find that they weren't actually clean. So it was very beginning of 2025, I tried YouTube. I would use YouTube and just search clean book recommendations, clean fantasy books, stuff like that. And I remember, I still remember this. There were two videos that popped up, or like at the top, and it was Chantel Reads All Day and Lindsay from BFCG. And I watched Lindsay's video and I was like, she seems like an amazing human being and I trust the books that she recommends. And so I ended up watching a lot of her videos. That's also how I discovered Christian fiction I didn't know existed. I thought that, all the Christian books were just Amish romances. I was like, I don't really want to read that. um, and then, it opened up to a whole world of Christian Booktube. I watched so many of Chantel's videos too. She has so many book recs out there. So I watched so many of her videos. I went down such a huge rabbit hole of discovering the world of Christian fiction. it's really a whole world that I didn't even know existed. I didn't know this community existed either. And I really started to like fall in love with this community, and my TBR list grew so much, and I was really excited to try these books as well. And then now I have this channel. Why I made this channel? That's a good question. Originally, I made this channel to support others in Christian Booktube. I wanted people to see, like, I would always leave, or I'm always leaving comments and going to the live streams that I can, like the reading sprints. And so I want people to see my comments and know the person behind it. I wanted to really like take a step further in becoming part of this community. Anyone watching this, if you have a booktube account, let me know and I will subscribe if I haven't already. I really want to support people and do the best I can. You know, I live a busy life, but I really want to support people. And another reason I made this is because I feel like I have a unique perspective. I am very new to Christian fiction. I also am very young, so I'm gonna have some unique perspectives on books. I already have. I've had some, you know, some hot takes. And you can always follow me on Goodreads. I have fun reviews on Goodreads and no spoilers. I always leave content warnings too. They're marked as a spoiler just in case you don't want to see the content warnings. And if it seems like I'm stumbling a lot in this video, it's because I've been talking like all morning. This is like my second or third take on this video because things are just not cooperating. So my voice is getting a little bit hoarse and I'm stumbling on my words. But it is also almost my birthday, and so I thought I would do a get to know you like Q&A. Okay, I am back. The telephone rang. So I thought I'd do a get to know you Q&A type thing for, you know, I'm almost 22. Let's celebrate, I don't know, by doing a Q&A. I was inspired because Molly did this when it was almost her birthday. She did like a birthday tag get to know you thing, so I will put her video down below because that's where I thought of doing this. I found some random questions, really random questions, and so we will go through some of them together. My keyboard does not work that well, so I need a new computer. Alright, share your favorite subject in high school. My favorite subject has always been math. I think that's another thing that makes me unique is that I am a huge math nerd and also do like book content, so that's really interesting. I also love science as well. I don't read much nonfiction, but I do have a lot of like Isaac Newton, Albert Einstein type things on my shelf that I am like slowly reading through. So yeah, math nerd. What is your favorite drink? I do not drink sugary drinks, so it's definitely water. I love water. I think peach tea, that's hard to say, is really good too. Have you participated in any sports? No, I've never been on like an official sport, like an actual sports team before. I am not very athletic, but I do love sports. Like I love like playing different sports at the park, or I love watching sports. I like to say I love sports, though it's really weird that I've never been on an actual team myself. Favorite color is orange, or like I just love pastel colors so much. On a scale from 1 to 10, rate your childhood. I'm not doing that. How do you rate your childhood? Do you speak different languages? Technically, no, but I do understand Spanglish. And I have a sister who speaks a lot of Spanish, and I understand her Spanish, If anyone else were to speak Spanish, I would not understand it. But if someone were to speak Spanglish, I would definitely understand it. um, some of my favorite YouTubers, literally everyone on Christian Booktube, everyone. Like I do not have a favorite. I love everyone. Also, how tall are you? I am short, so yeah. I had another tab, and then I think I exited it out. Where's my history? Ah, found it. What time do you go to bed? I aim to go to bed by 10 p.m. That never happens, but one can dream. And then again, on a on a rate of 1 to 10, rate your childhood. I'm not doing that. Why are we rating your childhood? Favorite holiday, obviously Christmas. Interesting fact about myself is for a good chunk of my life, I had scoliosis. You couldn't tell by looking at me, but my spine was in the shape of an S, which I thought was cool because that's the first letter of my name. But yeah, I had to wear a back brace for a couple of years, like in the evening and nighttime. So, um, it's funny because I have like these wrinkles underneath my eyes, and I sometimes I think that I developed them from all those sleepless nights I had, because it's not comfortable. Um, but it's always like a fun thing to tell people. They're always like, "Oh, really?" Um, the first thing you notice about people, definitely how they treat others. I think the way that you treat others, or if your patience is tested, the way that you react definitely tells you a lot about that person. Definitely. Did you go to college? I'm in college. First item on your bucket list, let me pull up my bucket list because I have one that I have not looked at in a really long time. So let's discover my bucket list together. So this list definitely looks like I made it in middle school type of thing. Very for the top item is so niche, and I think many people aren't gonna understand it, but it's learn the Papa's Got a Gumball Nelly song. If you know, you know. Oh man. And then also read all the Nancy Drew books is another one. I don't really follow this bucket list, but I probably should. These are some good ideas. Develop a six pack. Wow, I definitely made that in middle school. Buy something from a vending machine. That's something I still haven't done yet. I've never bought something from a vending machine before. Oh, and then do an escape room. I would love to do an escape room. So those are some random things on my bucket list. They aren't like huge things, like memorizing a VeggieTales song. That's a little weird, but it's a good thing to put on a bucket list. You know, that's important. What is your go-to hairstyle? Food for thought. What is your morning routine? I don't really have a morning routine. I wake up, I shower, um, I eat some food, and then leave. Not much going on. What phone do you have? My phone is from 2018. So at some point, I should probably get an upgrade, but you know, not really in the budget right now. Do you prefer tea or coffee? I would say tea, though I am very picky with my tea. There are only certain kinds of teas that I would like. And coffee is kind of weird on my stomach. My stomach is actually like pretty good. Like it's like made of steel. Like I never get stomach aches or anything. My stomach is pretty good. But it's just when it comes to coffee for some reason, it's like it's like acidity or something. It just I don't know. My stomach sometimes is just weird with coffee, and coffee also makes me tired. So I love the taste of coffee, but I don't drink it that often at all. Favorite animal? I love elephants. My phone case has an elephant on it. Are you single or taken? I am very much single. I have been in a relationship before, but yeah. What is your idea of a dream date? I'm kind of weird. I love sports games. I watch on TV, but I'd love to like go to like a baseball game. I used to like as a kid. Like I want to go to some sort of it could be like a team of like middle schoolers. I don't care. I want to go to a sports game. Um so yeah, write notes. um Favorite sport? I don't know. I don't really have a favorite sport. If you guys have any more questions, let me know. As long as they're not super personal. Like I'm not gonna tell you where I live. Um yeah, let me know what you like to see on this channel, and yeah, the vibe of this channel is definitely going to be, realistic life. Like life is messy, life is chaotic, and I'm not going to shy away from that. I'm not going to like I might look like a mess some days, I might look amazing other days. I might get tongue-tied a lot. It's just how life is, and that's the realistic part of life. I watch so many videos, and there's like these booktubers look nice, and they're sitting in front of their like bookshelves, and like the lighting is so nice, they are so like they're put together really well, and I think that's amazing. I love to be like that, but I also want to show like the realistic part of life. Like I didn't wake up that long ago. I live a very busy life. We all have ups and downs, so that is it. I'm excited to do more. um I film when I'm able to. Let me know if I can subscribe to you. I want to support you. I want to be like your cheerleader. Like I truly do. And so if I am not subscribed to you yet, which you probably know if I have not commented on your videos, then I might not be subscribed. So let me know. That is it. Happy Valentine's Day to everyone. I'll catch you guys later.